Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm back with podcasts, sit down and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm here with my friend Karina.
Hi.
And we finna, that was so professional.
Stop.
Hi.
Stop. Okay.
I'm here with my friend Karina. We're gonna be talking about colorism because I've spoken about it in my first episode, but not in depth because there were so many things to talk about in that one episode. But me and Karina always somehow just relate things.
We always talk about it.
Back to colorism because we've also experienced. It's only now hitting me that I'm older now. I can't like.
What's hitting you about colorism?
Yeah, like I'm starting to see like, oh, okay, yeah. But
I've been realizing, not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's been like woke. Yeah.
But it's fine.
So, I'm gonna ask you what, because like I was gonna ask her like what her definition of colorism means because we all have like different experiences.
Views,
yeah. So what does it mean to you?
Personally, I think colorism to me as a dark-skinned woman, I feel like it's basically when the darker-skinned black people are looked at the bottom of the barrel. That's literally, even holistically, even like as black people, when it comes to white people, Asians, I think as a whole, you have black people and then you have, you got your light skins, you got your brown skins, you got your dark skins. I think we're literally the bottom of the barrel in every aspect. Racism, colorism, texturism.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just my personal experience.
Yeah, for me as well, like I didn't realise it hit me when I couldn't really think of a definition, I can't lie. Like I was just like, ugh, colorism. But I kind of, my last episode when me and Grace were speaking about, being a plus size and like I've seen how people treat bigger girls who are light skinned as well. Like they do accept them. That's when I was like, oh my God, like even when I'm big and I'm dark, like we're literally at the bottom of the food chain. Like it's
crazy.
Mad. So that's when I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like they're more accepting to anything that's light or that's, dark skin. But I've seen it a lot in like music industries as well. Like, have you seen that video when Tory Lanez was shooting a music video and like he had like a dark skinned girl like as his like main girl, and then they stopped the shoot and then they swapped a girl with like light skin curly hair, and he was like, no, we're not doing this.
Hey,
have you?
Oh,
yeah. And he was like, we're not doing that.
I was about to say.
I was like, dude, you better.
Okay.
But he brought her back. He was like, no, like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I was like, oh, what? Like, and the dark skin was so pretty.
You can be pretty and dark skinned, they don't care, I'm telling you. And again, no one come for me because I'm speaking from my own experience, but I just feel like you can be genuinely beautiful naturally in every aspect. You can wear your 4C hair out. I promise you, that type of what do you call it? That type of what's the word I'm looking for? Attention that you would get from a male is completely different to how a light-skinned girl would, even 4C hair, would get attention. They would prefer to go for the light-skinned girl with potentially picky hair than go for the dark-skinned girl with picky hair.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But then you have men that are like, oh, but you should wear your hair out. Oh, but why don't you embrace your hair? But it's like, if I rock out on a cold day with my nappy naps, are you telling me you're gonna be like, oh, sorry, but you're not.
No, wait.
You're not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're not.
I was watching a TikTok video and this girl was on the podcast. I forgot what his name was. Oh, whatever. Actually, she used to go to my school. You know what? Let me show you the video. Like,
oh. She's light skinned.
She went to my school.
Let me tell you why it's not true. Let me tell you, I'm 60 years old. Okay.
Oh, I've seen this.
You've seen it. So, I just showed her like a TikTok video. Basically, there was a girl basically saying, a lot of men say they want natural girls and, have your hair up, but like, there's 4C, there's 4A, there's 4B, there's 4-1, there's 4...
There's 4 everything.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, she was basically implying that, okay, you lot want that, but it's like a different texture.
Yeah, and when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, the real life facts, like I said, if you saw, and again, a naturally pretty dark-skinned woman, but maybe had shorter hair, let's say up to like here, for example, and had proper tight 4C curls, you're telling me you're gonna be like, oh, you're lying. There's some men that are very pan-African that believe in black is beautiful, whether you're light skin, brown skin, dark, 100%. But there is a lot, and I'm probably going to speak to more of like the younger men, because maybe as you get older, you learn, do you know what I mean? You're more knowledgeable about culture, about hair textures, about women, etc. So I'm not saying all men. However, I feel like there's a big variety of men. When it comes to saying I like a natural girl, I think you mean natural in the sense that you need to have at least 4B up, as in 4B, 4A, 3C up type of hair with a certain complexion. And again, that's my opinion based on my experience, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, I don't want people thinking like, oh, these are talking about, because even seeing that clip, like, the woman was so quick to just be like, that's a lie. But it's literally our experience though.
Exactly.
That's something we've seen for ourselves. Like, many people just be like, oh yeah, like, I want the natural hair, but really and truly, they don't actually realise there's different types of textures. If I was to come out my house with this, I love my hair. I love my natural
not
hair.
Straight, not blowed out, nothing. Just
it's shrunk.
Everyone will say, oh, she looks like a mad woman. Her hair's not neat. Let's cut the crap. Let's be brutally. Do you understand?
But I feel like that's mostly with like younger guys in this generation. Not all 100%. Of them. Not all of them.
And also, I wanted to say something about that video. The woman emphasized that like she's a grown woman. Obviously, she's a grown woman. She's lived life, so she knows what she's talking about 100%. But the woman was also of a lighter complexion. Therefore, she's going to speak... Okay, holistically, she is a black woman, don't get me wrong. However, she's going to speak from the experience of a light-skinned woman. She's going to speak from the experience of a woman that may not have a certain type of hair texture. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, of course, you've lived a long life 100%. Like, I respect... elderly people and older people 100%, but at the same breath you can't then take away the fact that you are a lighter complexion. You can't take away the fact that light skin privilege is a thing.
You can't dismiss like any other person's
you go, no matter how many years of experience you have in this lifetime, experience is experience, but at the same time you have to look at the real nitty gritty, and how it was 40 years ago is how it is very different to now. There's social media. You see these big influencers, models having these leave outs and their hair's looking slayed and all these different things, and then you see these 4A girls, light skins with do you know what I mean? So it's like you can't really compare 50, 60, 40 years ago till now. It's very, very different. So
what age did you realise like, oh my god, my skin is becoming like a problem?
Young,
because this has been going on for long.
Primary school. From primary school.
But when you experienced it in primary school, did you be like, was you in that mindset of like, oh my god, it's because of my skin? Or when you grew older, you clocked
no. Wow.
Hey,
people, hey.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm laughing because it's not funny.
Yes, actually not.
Okay, wait. It's not. Okay, no, it's actually not.
It's not funny. You guys were literally laughing for the pain.
Yeah, it's like lol. But so I experienced it when I was in primary school, and it wasn't a case of like people wouldn't play with me or like I had friends. Don't get me wrong. I was actually quite like popular. I had like loads of friends. That wasn't the issue, but it's the fact that people will directly tell me, Karina, you're blick. Ha ha ha, you're blick. As in, ha ha ha, you're burnt. In, ha ha ha, your mom has burnt you on the stove.
Yeah.
As in, 10-year-olds and below, 10-year-olds and below are saying that.
But where do you think they got this from?
I don't know.
Like,
I wish I knew.
I actually want to know, because I kind of, when you go back to primary school, that was years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't know if it's
10, 11 years.
We didn't have social media the way we have now back then. But so where are they getting that from?
But people still idolize the fact of being lighter complexion. Because when I would like be there, yeah, you're blick, ha ha ha. Karina's dark though. Or if Karina turns off the light, you can't see her. All this nonsense, like
that joke is so dead.
Do you understand? But it was still a thing, and it was can't lie. It built my character a lot. It made me very defensive, and now a lot of social situations that I enter, people will say, "Oh, you're that typical black girl," in the sense that I'll be quite scared.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. See, we talk about this all the time.
But I'm gonna get into that in a second.
Okay, yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah. Anyways, What was I saying? I know the experiences that I had has now caused me to act a certain way.
Oh, defensive, yeah.
So now I've become a lot more defensive. So when I'm in social situations, I'm very stern.
That typical black girl.
Yeah, or I'm very standoffish. I have like a screwed up face, and people think, oh, she's just being that typical dark skin girl. Maybe because she don't get attention.
You know, I didn't know that was a thing.
It was a thing. Even when I started college, like I can't remember who, if it was Nick's, UC Ham, but someone said to me, "Oh, like when we first saw you, we thought you was very rude."
You know, I said that as well.
Yeah,
but I didn't think it was like a dark skin thing.
No, but that's fair enough. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But for me, it was based on the trauma, because it's like now I'm thinking no one can cuss me now.
Oh
like, no, I'm not even gonna give anyone the.
And
chance.
when you do defend yourself, they're like,
"Oh, whoa,
calm down." Like,
do you understand?
Yeah.
But if I was light skinned, go she's not ghetto, she's not loud, she's not rowdy, she's not illiterate. But the minute a dark skinned woman expresses herself in more of like an aggressive way or whatever, oh, you're loud, you're aggressive, you're vulgar, you have no manners, you're not educated, all these different things. But it's just like, it's not that. If you need the trauma behind the way I act, then maybe you would understand a bit more. And I feel like as a black community, instead of just judging each other like, oh, she acts a certain way, maybe ask her, maybe question, oh, why does she
act like that?
Because no one just wakes up one day and think, I'm going to have a screw face on. I'm going to be very defensive.
You're very aware, like, you're literally trying to point out, like, okay, who's going to say this? Who's going to say that? Like, I'm ready. I'm
like,
ready, yeah. I'm ready.
Even when I started uni, that was my thing. Like, when I first entered uni, I was like, bro, I'm just like, who's ready to attack
I'm
me?
gonna like come for you, like, and it's so annoying because like you'll be having a normal conversation with someone, you'll be like, is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm like dark?
I'm waiting.
But
you know what's crazy? I'm not gonna lie. Since coming into uni, everyone has shocked me. Like I have not heard one thing about my skin, not one. Everything has been, your skin is beautiful.
You know what's so crazy? Because like now I'm getting compliments about my skin when I kind of feel the lowest about it now, because really? Because obviously when I was in primary school and when I was younger, like people would say oh, charcoal, like this, and they'll line me up and compare my skin, but I didn't think too much of it. Like I was just like, oh, I'm dark, like I'm Blake, like people make fun of it.
Hey.
So now that I'm older, it's starting to hit me more. It's starting to affect me, and then people are coming around saying, "Oh, your skin's nice." I literally get stopped. Your skin's nice, or people be like, "Don't bleach your skin. Don't do this. You're gonna regret it."
When I went the time. When I went barking with my friends for her birthday, literally one man was like, "Never bleach your skin, okay?" But it's like my whole life
I've seen that.
People said, "You're Blick,
you're Blick." Yeah.
So it's like, which one is it? Do you want me to be Blick or
do you want me to be like light? Yeah. Pick one. Yeah. No, because it's like. When people compliment my skin, like, don't get twisted. There's days when I love my skin. There's days I'm like, fucking hell, mate, you look fucking gorgeous, mate. But sorry. You can. But I don't actually, but you can. But anyways, I was like, why? Like, you literally give me compliments when it's a bit too late. Like, I don't even see what you're seeing. Like, the trauma that I have, like, obviously when I was a child, that I didn't really like, you know, I wasn't able to identify it. Like, now that I'm identifying it now, it's like, oh, you know, just give me the compliments at the wrong time. Like, I don't see my skin as perfect or like pretty and dark, because I go on social media, I'm still seeing the same issue, like, you know. But when did you? Okay, for me, dude.
Okay, go on.
Did you ever want to like bleach your skin?
Oh, I did, babe.
Yeah,
I did, babe.
I did like a little tester here.
A little tester. Me, I keep it real. You can put this on YouTube. One thing about me, I'm very real when it comes to my skin journey. I did bleach. You see, Caroline, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I did. In high school, I did, because this is the thing. People in high school, you can look at this. I don't care.
You actually did it. Did you
see
difference?
I swear to God, yeah, for not a significant, obviously.
But it was like you was getting lighter.
A little, very little bit lighter. Yeah,
oh
I was.
My God, how old was you?
And then I stopped. 14, 13, 14. Yeah, year 9, year 10, round, yeah. Bro, I did. And this is the thing, even in primary school, I wanted to, but I didn't. It was mainly high school where I would...
Okay, so that's only because, obviously, like, my mum, she bleaches. That's because you saw that,
Yeah.
It was such easy access.
Yeah, literally, it was there, so it's like, why not? It makes lighter, cool.
So what about, like, your family? Like, did they ever... Would they always reassure you, like, your skin's good?
I never told my parents. Like, literally, there'll be... One time I got caught. So there was this time, I don't know how old I was, but I was in primary school. And I literally was at home crying. Like, oh, no one loves me, da 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 da. I was like probably 10 years old, 9. Like, I was in primary school. I was literally sobbing, like, no one loves me, no one cares about me, like, all these horrible things about myself. And I remember, I think this is where my brother's girlfriend was living with us at the time, and she obviously overheard, well, my brother's ex-partner was living with us at the time, and she obviously heard me crying, and she must have told my brother.
How old was you?
10, 9, I was in primary school, and my brother came in the room and was like, are you dumb? Why are you saying that about yourself? Are you silly? Like, it wasn't like a very like, oh, what's the matter, talk to me, because my family's not really like that. We're very tough. I think as I've gotten older, we've built like a very soft kind of nurturing relationship, like as a family. But I think when I was younger, because I wasn't able to articulate myself very well, it was just cry, sob, not explain why I'm crying, why I'm sobbing, just the world hates me. So then in turn my family's like, what's wrong with you? What do you mean no, the world hates you? What bills are you paying? All you do is go to school. Do you know what I mean?
So what now? Are you able to be like, this is my issue, like
well, I just don't speak.
Colourism and stuff
I
like
just
that?
don't. I don't know. I just feel like I don't speak to anyone about it. Like, it's just my own personal issue. Obviously, if we're friends and we have that intimate relationship where we talk about deep things like that, like for example you, then I'll talk. But I don't think it's just something where I'm like, oh hey guys, family, you know. Some youngers that I know are colourist as well,
but they don't even know it though.
They obviously don't because they're young. It's probably like a school thing, you know. Like, so it's a thing where they'd make remarks like, oh, you're Blake, you're dark, but it's like, what do you mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what do you, like, so you're telling me that because I'm dark, that's a bad thing. Now I'm Blake.
And you know what's so crazy? Majority of these people who do say stuff like that end up having kids who are
lighter,
darker than them.
Really? What?
You know Danny Lay?
Actually, I just thought of one person.
But do you know Danny Lay?
Actually, no, but yeah.
No, you know Danny Lay, the one that sings "Let Me Catch a Vibe."
Yeah.
She obviously
she
made the song towards the baby's like baby mum who's darker shade than her, pretty dark skin girl, brown skin in fact, because this whole like category is so long. But then she ended up having a baby who's darker than her, so it's like now she has to come back with apologies. She has to be more aware of the things she says, because it's like majority of them actually do turn out to have even maybe a partner that's dark skin.
But it just annoys me because so it takes for you to have a child for you to then realize
that's how people end up learning. But so you've never spoken to your mom, your dad about it?
No, not really. No,
that's crazy. For me, it was my mom. I didn't, because obviously like maybe college times, that's when I clocked like damn, that's this colorism thing is real, because my mom would always reassure me like, your skin's nice, you have really good skin, or like when I don't wear makeup, like don't wear makeup, your skin's nice. But then obviously I got a sister who same mum, different dads, but sometimes she'll be like, oh, you know, Thingy's skin is so nice and it's so clear, and I'm just, she could be generally complimenting the skin, but I'll be like, is it because she's light or da 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 da? Do you get it?
Because your skin is clear, so
right. But I know she's fam. If I had a mum that was like cussing out my skin or anything, then okay, cool. But she still reassures me. She still compliments my skin. Even today, she was like, "Don't it?" Do you know what I mean? But sometimes when I hear her compliment, others, I'm just like, or like there's times where I hear like people be like, "Oh, this person's like, that person's so dark and ugly," but it's like, you just complimented my skin like a couple minutes ago. Whoa. Yeah, I used to have friends like that, and I'm just like, dark, is it because ugly. I'm your friend, like you're complimenting me, but me and that person are literally the same skin tone. Man, I used to hear it, but my mom, she didn't know that I was using her Carolite to bleach. But I was only doing up a little test on it. Actually, I don't want to put it on my face because I saw people like boys that I knew who, because I can't lie, I didn't even know boys were going through the whole colorism thing as well.
Oh yeah, obviously.
I didn't know, like I wasn't.
What? They probably obviously,
they definitely. But I think because I was so used to hearing stuff like that, I didn't really be like, oh my god, colorism. But when I grew older, I was like, oh, that's what it was. But I used to see the way they bleach themselves, and I'd be like, okay, maybe not that, because you could clearly tell like they did it. So I used to like test it out, and it actually made a difference. And I'm just like, let me just like stay here because I don't want my knuckles. I don't want to be like them people there. So
wow, but Carolite doesn't make you like white. It's just like a little.
Nah, man, you can clearly tell. You can clearly tell. It's no little toning. Trust me.
No, if you do every day, boom, boom. I never
Oh,
did
yeah,
it every day, boom.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a bit mad. Or
That's a
what
bit mad,
words,
yeah.
I probably wouldn't look like this. But it was just more of like, you know, here, there.
But it's so crazy. Like, if you was to go back home now, it's like, I can't say where did they get that influence to still like bleach their skin, because it's still out there. Like, I'm still seeing people bleach their skin. I'm like, what? Like, I thought everyone was about dark skins now, because...
Do you know what? I don't want to link it back to like slavery, but at the same time, I'm going to. Obviously, slavery happened like years ago, so you can't really blame it. But I'm not gonna act like it hasn't made a significant impact in the black community. Take it how you want to take it, but I feel like because of slavery, little things, for example, like the darker skinned black people staying in like the barn or like the garden of the white man's mansion, and then the lighter skinned people would serve. Obviously they're still slaves, but they would be in the house. So that little balance clearly shows, okay, so the darker skinned people are in the barn, in the shed, and then the lighter skinned people, they're still slaves, but they're a little bit more higher than the dark. Do you know what I mean? So I think it stemmed from then, and then it's kind of just led on into today's society. But now, instead of it being obviously slavery, it's more like what you see in social media, what you see in rapping videos, what real life influencers will literally say. For example, I think it was like literally last night, I saw this young upcoming influencer, male influencer, talk about no, because I'm sorry, and you can keep this in shame. This young male influencer, I'm not saying names before someone comes and kills me, but this young male influencer was talking about, oh, dark skins are very rude, they're very aggressive, this is what I'm saying, all these dark skinned females, they're very rude, this is why I don't speak to them, I like Latinas, I like white girls.
But to be honest, he's dark skinned.
Yeah, I was just about to say that,
a lot of things to unravel.
But hang on a second, you're dark skinned, your mum is probably dark, furthermore, not probably, because you're a dark skinned man, your mum and dad are both probably dark skinned male and females. So where are you getting this narrative in your head? Because all he's doing is showing the white man, showing the light skinned man, showing the brown skinned man that, look, their own black dark skinned brother doesn't value them, so why should I as a lighter skinned male now value this dark skinned woman? Why should I as a white man now value this dark skinned woman if her own shade of man does not value her? Doesn't make sense to me. I'm so sorry. I think it's absolutely absurd, and that just shows that he has a significant self-hate.
But it's so crazy because, like, I will see my little sister going on TikTok, and that would be the kind of video that will scroll up on a For You page, and I just hate the fact that it's still continuing, because a lot of these young children who can be influenced by something different, it don't have to be this whole colorism thing or like, oh, I don't like dark skin girls, but that's literally the things that kind of pop up on their For You page, and that's going to continue and continue and continue.
I think it's self-hate.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's just self-hate.
For sure.
I just can't understand why. Like, where is this self-hate coming from? I understand back in the day, you know, being dark-skinned was rubbish, or people would view it as
I think they just haven't been able to identify, like, like, it's self-hate. Like, you know, when you... like, there's a couple things I would say, and I'm just like, okay, like, where is this coming from? And, you know, you're able to just reflect and just be like, okay, it's coming, you know, from this and this and that.
It just confuses
It just depends on the person, how they are.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with having a type. That's perfectly fine. If you want to like aliens, if you want to like a dog, please, do as you please. It's not me. But at the same time, when it's the truth, but when you're now bashing a skin complexion, that is no longer, oh, it's my preference. Now you are deliberately being colorist, and I think this is the fine line. If someone says, listen, I like brown skins, listen, I like white girls, listen, I like Latinas, they're beautiful, they're this, they're that, cool. But when you cross the line is when you say, oh, this is why I do not talk to dark skins, because they are rude, because they are aggressive, and all negative things that are associated with being dark. But in the same breath, Latinas are very feisty. Colombian girls, very feisty. Do you understand? Latinas as a whole have a very... Cardi B as a prime example. She's a Latina woman. She's from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, very feisty woman. But is anyone going to bark and say she's this and she's that? No. One, because she's Cardi B. And two, because she's of a lighter complexion. But if you see someone like Spice is this, Spice is that. But Spice is a dancehall artist. Same thing like Cardi, they're both artists, they're both making a living, they're both making music. But because Spice may be of a darker complexion, that's kind of where the differentiation comes in terms of, oh, Spice is particularly ghetto, or she's this, or she's that. To me personally, it just doesn't make sense.
You know, like with the whole like Sexy Red thing, have you know Sexy Red? Downtown, just the downtown. Yeah, like yeah. Yeah, like there are a lot of artists like her that kind of do the same thing she does, but I've seen the kind of backlash she's received. Like people be like, oh, obviously there was a whole like scandal of her releasing like her, you know, her tape, and people were like, oh, like her thing wasn't pink and her booty hole was, do you know what I mean? Like people were saying so much things, or like even before that, people were saying some weird things about her, like saying, oh, I'm not really attracted to her, and people were like coming for her saying she looks dirty. Like there was a light-skinned girl that dressed up as her, like a social media person or whatever. She dressed up as her for Halloween, and people were like, no, you need to look more ratchet, you need to look more dirty than that because she looks clean. But I'm just like, there's a lot of like rappers that basically do the same thing as her, but because she's, but I don't think she's even dark skinned. I don't know what she is, because this whole category, this whole category of like light skin, brown skin, caramel, and then dark. I don't have time for that. Dark. Like I can't even tell. Like if someone was there and they're like brown skin, and I'll be like, okay, like, you know, you could be dark skin. But like, no, I'm brown skin. Like they'll make Have you seen people like that? No. Yeah, they're like, no, I am brown skin. But I'm just like,
I've witnessed, like, for example, someone will say, oh, you know, you and Karina have the same. No, we don't have the same complexion. Oh my god! Look, and they'll back out the bar. First of all, calm down. Oh my god! I used to have someone like, calm down. Yeah, like relax. Like you're trying to embarrass me. Chill. It's actually not that deep. You're trying to embarrass me. No, I used to have a friend like that as well. Me and her were dark skinned, but I think I was more dark skinned. She'd be like, she'll put the face. Look, compare the face. Calm.
Why
are you doing that?
No, like chill.
Why are you doing that?
No, like I'm dark skinned, but she's more darker. But why are you making it so known? Like we're both dark skinned, like, we're in the same category.
Do you understand?
Do you know what I mean? Chill. Oh my god, you went through that too.
Oh girl, I went through it all. I've even been in situations like this, is even back in the day, where I'd go out with my friends. Obviously, they are of a lighter complexion, and males were more likely to speak to them than me.
Oh, of course.
And then I'd be like, what is it? Because I'm ugly? Is it because I'm this? Is it because I'm that? But no, babe, it's because you're darker skinned, and that's just what it is.
Listen, with these boys or whatever it is, like they're just going off what they see of like social media and stuff like that. So how did it affect you when it came to interacting with boys? Like
so as for me, I feel like as I've gotten older, I've just understood what it is. Like, okay, cool, I may not be everyone's preference, and colorism is a thing. So I understand that even though I could be pretty in some people's eyes or whatever the case is, I know a lot of the time people are going to look at me as like, oh, this dark skinned girl like can't be associated with her type thing. So, and when I was younger as well, I feel like I experienced that a lot more. Like I was just very scared in terms of like interacting with males, because I think, oh, here we go, like it's gonna be the dark skinned girl that's stuck up, that drew, that doesn't, do you know what I mean? So it was very like, I was very defensive, and to be honest, I still am very defensive. Like I said previously, when I first came into uni, I did not know what to expect. So straight away I was on defense mode. I wasn't really so open when it came to boys, because I was just like, I don't know how they're gonna take me. I don't know if they're gonna be like, if they still have that secondary school mentality of like, she's blick, she's dark, type thing. But in turn, it's been good in uni wise, but I feel like holistically I'm still a bit like even girls, I'm still a bit like because girls do this, I don't want to say pick me, but they do this thing where it's like, for example, if a girl is of a lighter skin complexion, you could even be brown, yeah? And let's say I'm in like a social gathering or whatever, and a guy makes this hasn't happened, but I'm just giving like a scenario, and a guy were to make a remark on my skin complexion, I promise you now, if those girls are there, they'll laugh. I promise you they'll laugh. Maybe not because they're colourists,
and maybe they might not laugh, but then that would influence them to make, like, if they were to make any other remarks or comments.
Because it's like lol,
without even them even clocking, like.
No, they clock. Oh,
Okay.
they know. Because you know what comes
Oh,
out
no,
of your
you
mouth.
know what? Yeah, they do.
At your
know.
big age,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's-
you know,
yeah.
yeah.
When you're younger, cool, like, you're just kind of going around with the crowd. But when you hit a certain age, when you're like 20 plus, you're coming to tell me you don't know what's going through your
So
head.
have you been that, like, so have you experienced being that, like, ugly friend?
Do you know what? Personally, I think I'm cute. So, do you understand?
Heard as you freaking
And
shit.
I've never actually been the ugly friend. It's just more of the very stern friend. So even if guys were to approach my group of girls, because I'm like, automatically
they're
like,
always looking
I
at
ain't
you
gonna
like,
go,
yeah.
I ain't gonna go there because she looks long. She looks hard to deal with. She looks, for example, hey, now we're gonna bring this up. My friend and I, we was going to South End. I think I told you you're gonna get the gist of this.
Okay.
We was going to South End and we was on the train. Now my friend, she's very social to a certain extent, but she's also not. She's quite timid in some aspects, right? So, anyways, now we're on the packed train. This is like somewhere it was hot, whatever. We was going beach, and she sat down, and there was this brown skinned male who was on the train. And they ended up like kind of speaking and engaging in some form of conversation. Me, I'm minding my business. I'm looking the other way, holding onto the railing, trying not to drop. Just looking, minding my own business, right? Then she goes, oh, you see that girl over there? That's my sister, referring to me. And obviously my friend is white and I'm black. And the guy goes, you don't look like sisters. She's like, what? Yes, we are. Then he proceeds to say, he proceeds to ask, what's your surname to me? And I looked at him dead in his face and I said to him, like, literally, I don't have to tell you my surname if I don't want to. That's all I said. I said, I don't have to tell you my surname if I don't want to because I don't know you. That's what I said. And then he goes, oh, typical black girl, fam.
Oh, I think you told me,
when I started getting... I started getting... I said, typical black girl. I can't lie. Mum and Dad, love you. I went off. You can keep this in, Jay. I went off on the train, as in, I was literally shouting at him. I was like, what do you mean, typical black girl? Are you dumb? My throat. I was like, if any of these man them take your phone now, you're not doing nothing. I was mad. I was like, bruv, you'll be begging on your knees if any of these man them take your phone. I was getting crazy. My friend was like, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. I was like, bruv, touch me now. Touch me. I turned into, you want me to be typical black girl? I'll give you typical, do you understand? I will show you, because you're not going to come in and embarrass me talking about, and then I was like, do you not have a black mum? Do you not have black women in your family? He goes, yeah. I said, so how the hell are you then looking at a black sister and telling me typical black girl? All because I said, I don't want you to know my name because I don't know you from nowhere. Make it make sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? From that little thing that I said, he escalated it, typical black girl. Why? Because I'm not being friendly. Why? Because I'm not easy. Yeah, I'm not easy. That's just what it is. Do you understand? But, yeah. Sorry.
Wow, I literally forgot my question at the beginning. What was the question at first?
Sorry. I just went like, No, because that situation was the first, like, I think that was like the first real time in like my older life.
Have you ever had like a compliment where like someone be like, you're pretty for a dark skin girl?
Yeah, for a dark skin
girl. Are you mad?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, thanks.
Oh, I remember the question was being the ugly friend.
Oh.
But yeah, no. For me, obviously, there's many factors to it. So, I mean, yeah, back in the days, I would see myself as the ugly friend. Now
really?
it's like,
why?
oh, I went to a girls' school, you know.
Sorry, why?
No, I went to a girls' school. It was peak for me.
What do you mean, ugly friend?
Like, you just don't get approached. But then
I got approached, but it was less.
Yes, but I can't lie,
less. And
but
because of
as of now, if I was to get approached, that's why I'm trying to fix like my facial expressions, because the majority of the times when they do approach me, they're always
keep it rude. No, keep it. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, they're always like, why so serious? Or even when we went out the other time, do you not remember the guy was like, when it was outside Hyatt?
Well, you should smile more.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, this is long.
Let me just say something to all my dark skin beauties and black women, light skin, brown skin. Take notes. Never lower your standards for no man. Do you understand? Be rude. Let me tell you, not be rude, but be stern.
Yeah, stand on business.
Stand on business, because if you don't, that man will feel like, one, you're easy, and two, he can just do whatever he wants with you. A real man that sees the beauty with you will see beneath the facade that you have. For example, if I'm looking stern and angry and aggressive, but a man can see beneath that and realize that's not how she truly is.
Oh,
She's probably soft underneath that. That's a real man, and that shows you that he is truly,
especially if he's been through it himself. Because I've spoken to like one person who actually gone through colorism himself, and he could tell like the way I was acting was just a bit like, I know you're acting because of this, or I know you're being defensive because of this.
Good.
Like, yeah, so
acknowledgement.
Yeah, like if he was to, you know, encounter with the opposite sex, you know, the males, you know, you just gotta be careful of like who you interact. Because I can't lie, even like with light skinned guys, like there's a couple light skinned guys that are now trying to talk to me, but it's like I can't do that because like, what is it? Because there's a trend now. Everyone's more accepting of dark skins. Are you just trying to try me out? Like, because a lot of them be like, oh, I've never tried a dark skin girl before, so let me just do this. Yeah. I remember, you know, I told this one guy that, because we went on holiday, I was like, yeah, I'm going Malta for like my friend's birthday. He's like, oh, you're going to come out so nice and dark. And he put like the eye heart emoji. But I'm just like...
Is that a fetish or what?
Yeah, is it a fetish or like, I don't understand. Like, are you trying to compliment me but it came out the wrong way? Or like, what is going on? Like, this is long. Like, this is so long. I've spoken about it in my other podcast. I'm like, I can't trust it if a light skin guy was to be like, I like you. Because let me tell you my trauma.
I wanted to ask you
my trauma?
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, yeah. Keep it like locked in.
Okay.
There was, I don't know if you remember, like, everyone in, like, secondary school was doing rate for rate. Yes. So you send a picture of someone and they rate you. Yeah. Fam, there was this light-skinned guy in ends. I don't know where he is. I forgot his name.
No, you laugh.
No, because when I look back at it, like, I don't know who gave you that confidence to now come and rate to me a number when... Oh, God! If I... You know what? Let me not even say anything.
Oi.
I sent him my picture, and it was a cute, clear picture. I wasn't wearing makeup. This was like in year 8. So he rated it a 4. Then he said, actually, no, a 7. I was like, cool. Continued. Then I go on Instagram now. This guy, his caption was short story, the end. He screenshotted me saying, can you rate me? And he literally put the 4 bit, and he didn't even like post the one where he said 7. When he actually rated me a 7. He was like, short story, the end. I was like, what is the meaning of this? Everyone in school saw it. I was so embarrassed. I didn't come to school for like 3 days. Like, it was so bad because everyone was actually laughing. I was like, but no one knew that he actually rated me this number. So I feel like for me, there's that kind of trauma because... And then when I see light-skinned girls with dark-skinned girls, I'm always questioning it, you know?
Light-skinned boys.
Dark-skinned girls. Like, everyone thinks, he must really, really like her.
Yeah, but that's rude.
You don't know.
Why? Yeah, but even really, really, why is it he must really, really? Why can't it just be a fact that light-skinned boys, brown-skinned boys, black boys,
like you should just like her.
It shouldn't be a case of like a shock. Like, but it's the truth. Because there's another influencer
what was
that
the question?
I've seen. Okay. Do you think light-skinned guys that approach you automatically expect you to be on them because you're dark?
You know what? I hear what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't think I get that kind of impression. But I get what you mean. Like, they're supposed that they think that you're going to be on them because they're light-skinned and they're this and they're that.
Yeah, because someone that I know has told me, like, his friends in particular think that they can just get black girls like that because they're light. Cause he don't.
Do people still believe in this whole light skin trend?
Yeah, babe. As in his head, it's like, if I can't bag a white girl like in a night out, I can't bag a light skin girl.
That's basically his last resort.
There you go. So it's like this black thing, this jog butting is what they call us, babe.
Sorry.
In high school, I even got
what's
babe. Jogba, football. Jogba, the dark skin player.
Jogba.
Why
do people still use that?
Oh yeah, in high school I got called that. or Kente.
No, I got called that.
Yeah, I got called that, and I'm like, who's Kente? Josh, what's that influencer's name? The light skin one that talks bad about dark skin girls. Something Rocky. What's his name? That light skin guy that talks bad about HS TikToky.
Who the hell's that?
Okay, thank you.
HS TikToky.
Let me show you. If you see his face, you'll know this guy. Hey, rude. And he calls us job things.
Sorry. HS Rocky.
He's HS TikToky. Tiki Toki. You see light skin thing.
Was he? I saw there was like a live that was going up about him.
Yes.
And he was on live with someone else. Oh my god, him.
He talks bad about dark skins. Like he said, "Oh, I'm gonna go move to these 2 dark skin girls. They'll probably be."
Oh, I
anyway.
remember. Yeah.
And then like he was like, "Oh, they was well on me and all this rubbish."
No one listen.
Like, first of all, you're actually not even cute.
Yeah.
Dead seriously not even.
You know
cute.
what? No one's perfect. Like, cause you're good looking and you're this, don't mean you're up there. Like, let's everyone be humble, cause you will be humbled very quickly.
No,
if it's not by me, by God. Do you know what I mean? So when people say certain stuff, it's just like, just humble. That's all I want. I want people to be humble in this world. Be humble, be nice, be kind. That's it. That's what we're asking for. But when you receive people like this, that's on social media, cussing out dark-skinned girls or cussing out girls for the way they look, their weight, their this, their that. Majority of them, right, I was going to say something rude. But, yeah, just be humble, guys. Because I'm trying, you can see I'm fighting the urge to be humble and not say anything rude.
Of course.
But the things that I even want to say is the truth. But, you know, social media will come and cancel you quickly.
Yeah, no one is better than anyone else, that's for sure, no matter what skin complexion you are. But I just don't think it's right for when a person of any shade or whatever to then talk down on another shade. Like, I don't think it's right. And obviously I see as well a lot of light skins are starting to say, yeah, but us light skins, we also face colorism because people say that we're this and we're that when we're not. And it's like, absolutely. I hear it. Absolutely.
But
exactly.
Yeah, like, I hear it. But
thank you. We are not saying all light skins are like that. However, there is a big group. I'm not going to say, oh, it's a little bit. There is a significant, there's a lot of light skins or lighter shaded, dark, however you want to call yourself, a lighter shaded black person who emphasizes on the fact that they're light skinned, so it comes with being pretty and privileged.
Yeah,
and
pretty privileged. You know
exactly.
what? That's the thing. Like, I hear it, and I don't want to come across as I'm being dismissive towards their own experience.
100%.
We're just, when it comes to us, and we're from our experience and how it's perceived and how it's looked.
If we was, I mean, if we was a lighter skin complexion, then we'd obviously have a lighter skin perspective, and that's that.
Yeah.
But because we're 2 dark skinned women, we're coming from a darker skin perspective. Don't feel like we're dismissing everything, because we're not. We're just literally speaking from our own perspective. If we were 2 light skinned women, then obviously we'd speak from the perspective of a lighter skin complexion black women. But because we're 2 dark skinned women, we're just speaking from our own perspective. So don't take it personally and think we're attacking the whole lighter skinned black people race. No, we're just saying from our experience we feel like A, B and C. That's just something that I want to emphasize.
Because I feel like some of them, like when I see TikTok videos or like darker skinned women who do come out and say their experience and stuff like that, it looks like they're just attacking the light skinned girls, and then obviously that's what makes them, you know, do their own video and share their own experience as if they're attacking us too. But I can't lie, like I feel like, how can I say English? No, I forgot what I was gonna say.
And you know, when you was younger, as being an African black woman as well, do you feel like nowadays being African is glorified?
Oh, 100%! No one wanted to be African.
Yeah,
I swear
but now,
bro,
Afrobeats to the one.
Oh, thank you very much. You see me, let me just, because I'm like African, so let me just like say what I gotta say.
Say your piece.
I can't lie, back in the days, like primary school days, I was still a proud African, but it was just, we kind of had our own group of Africans, like, because there wasn't that many black people in my school, so majority of the black people, I can't lie, there was more Africans. I don't really remember like any Caribbean. Actually, I think there was like one Caribbean girl, but we'll all like, do you know what I mean? We'll all play our Afrobeats, do up antennas onto all of them things there. But as of now, like even you can hear rappers talking about it. Like even Jay Hustler last time, like before, it was embarrassing to be African, but now, I don't know what happened. I don't know if because Afrobeats is more like glorified or trending, or just you hear it on the radio now. Like even me, when I hear like Burna Boy on the radio, I'm just like, oh, because I've been listening to Burna Boy since 2014, or like only now people are clocking who he is and it's playing on the radio and now everyone likes Afrobeats. I don't know if it's that, but as of now, I'm seeing, I know like you're Caribbean and stuff, but I'm seeing bare like Caribbeans like, oh yeah, like they like Africans, or like they like Ghanaians, or they're Nigerians. And for me, I don't know, it's weird because it's kind of weird. I feel like I'm not really accepted in, okay,
Caribbean culture.
No, African culture, because I kind of like the majority of Africans, or like how my experience is more, they like the Caribbeans and stuff like that, or like with Africans, that if I'm like the African girls, they usually go for the Caribbean men, because I know so many of my Ugandan people who are.
Oh, really?
My cousins literally half Jamaican, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I get more accepted in the Caribbean culture than African.
What?
I'm telling you.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I think that's some opposite, because
it's so opposite.
in my life, being dark skinned and Caribbean, when someone looks at me, they're like, because you know when you first meet someone, oh, what country you from? I say guess. They pick every other country, every other country within the continent of Africa but Jamaica. God, I've had Ghanaian, mainly Ghanaian, yeah, Nigerian, Cameroon, basically everywhere in Africa that you can think of. And then I'm like, oh, I'm Jamaican. What? Really? Is it?
But why do you think that? Is it because the Jamaicans that are like...
Hey, you see when we even touch into this topic of are there Jamaicans that are like, okay, I'm going to say this in the most articulate way that I can. Okay. A lot of Jamaicans in the UK, I'm speaking in the UK because I'm from the UK. I'm not speaking about America, Canada, and all these other places. A lot of Jamaicans in the UK are mixed with something else. Whether you're Jamaican and Indian, Jamaican and white, Jamaican and da-da-da-da-da. But if you go to Jamaica, and now Bob's your uncle, you can do as you like. No one can beat me. If you go to... Don't put that in. If you go to Jamaica now and you see the real roots... I'm not talking about you go to Negril on a 2-week holiday and you're a tourist. I'm not talking about you go to Montego Bay on a 2-week extravaganza. I'm talking about you go to the real rural roots, the real authentic Jamaica on Manchester. Okay? We're talking about Poros. Okay? Them places there. Yeah. Poros, Manchester. My Jamaicans, you'll know about it. If you go to the proper countryside of Jamaica, you'll see the authentic, dark-skinned black people that are there. And if they were to come to England and you was to ask them where you're from, if they didn't open their mouth, you would think he's African because he's so dark. My cousin is literally so dark-skinned. He's proper dark. And it's like, he's an authentic Jamaican black man, not mixed with nothing, not mixed with Indian, not mixed with white, not mixed with Spanish, not mixed with Portuguese, whatever you want to call it. He is authentically a black man. So it just goes to... That's why when people look at me and they're like, oh, but you don't look Jamaican. I'm thinking, you've never been Jamaica a day in your life.
And then even it's like, what does Jamaica look
right,
like?
and even if you have been Jamaica, clearly you're not looking with your eyes, because there's a lot of dark skin. Not saying that.
But then you can't blame them because they're only seeing what they see. Like,
fair enough, but this is the UK, babe. This is not Jamaica. This is not a black man's country. This is a white man's country. Therefore, if you go to your own country, then maybe you'll see the real rural Jamaican. You know, it's true. I just quickly wanted to say as well, there are still a lot of like Indians in Jamaica, there are a lot of white people in Jamaica, there are a lot of mixed like black people in Jamaica, so I'm not excluding that, but what I'm trying to emphasize is when people look at me and do not think I'm Jamaican, it's just like, what? Because if you go to authentic Jamaica, you will see there is a lot of dark-skinned people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there isn't mixed people there, because obviously there is. There's a lot of Indian Jamaicans, there's a lot of Chinese Jamaicans, white. But all I'm trying to emphasize is the fact that there is a significant amount of dark-skinned Caribbean people. And that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, like with me, like when I go to my country, like we have North Uganda, West Uganda, East Uganda, Central. I'm from the central bit, but when you go deep down, like far, like to a point where they speak different language, oh my god, I didn't know there was many like people with my kind of skin complexion, even darker as well. That's when I was like, oh, because when you're in the city and stuff, you see bare people who will bleach their skin and selling creams. They're even selling creams on television, on if you're Ugandan, Book of the News, like they're always selling it there, like advertising it, like. So I don't know, man. But to answer your question, dude, what was the question again? Something about if I'm African or accepted as African. Or
yeah. Like, do you feel like being African, you're more accepted now than you was back then, or like?
I don't even know, because I still get. I mean, if I think about the older people, like the older Africans, I feel like I'm still viewed as like, obviously I still get people compliment my skin and stuff, but sometimes you'll be like, oh, if she was this, then like if she was this light, then I'm still gay. I don't know why.
Do you know what? Since I've become older, I wouldn't say I've been compared like, oh, if I was like this. It's never been like that. For me, it's just mainly when you first see me, you say, oh, she has a screw face, or she seems very rude or stern or aggressive because of like how my face is. But that's the only thing that I face now, I guess. And to be honest, as I've gotten older, I think because I kind of understand, like, people suffer with self-hate and mental health issues, okay? Why must I now die and kill myself because these people are talking bad about me? Before, I'm not gonna lie, it would kill me. Like, there was times when I'd be in my room praying to God, I wish I was light skinned, I wish I was light skinned.
Yeah, I used to
Caroline was a thing, like, don't get it twisted.
I used to want to have long straight hair. As in, white people hair.
Back in the day, there's a Snapchat. There was one. You know, back in the day when they just had the Snapchat filter, the clear one, the black and white
flower.
One. No.
The flower didn't even do us justice.
Not them ones, but like you know, like when before you go to like the other ones,
there's like clear one,
and then there's like a little brownie one. And
yeah,
then there's the black and white. I'll go to the brownie one. Go to the sun in my room, the window in my room. Take picture.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy?
I did.
As of now, like yesterday, as of yesterday, I was feeling myself. I was a bit, like, I was like, up there in the cloud and stuff. I was taking pictures and stuff like that, and like I have got a dressing table that's got like lights, but I'm just looking at myself like I don't even look this light. Like I literally have to switch off the lights because I generally, if I'm gonna post stuff, I wanna like take pictures knowing that this is my skin complexions, because sometimes like I take pictures, I'm like, I look too light in this, I don't look that light, I'm dark, so I will switch off any lights that's participating in the camera. Fam, I will take pictures and make sure that you can see that this is my skin complexion, because I don't want to be, I don't want that to get into my head that like, oh, I need lights for me. No.
Because subconsciously I still do that.
Yeah, like, without even knowing. Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. I've only now just started to there's times I'm just like, oh, but I've only now started to deep like, I can't lie, my skin complexion is eating.
Beautiful.
Yeah. When did you start to realise that? Like,
uni.
Accept it.
Uni.
Wow.
So very like recent.
Last year, basically.
Okay, calm down.
2 years.
It was 3. It was. I'm in third year university. It's 3 years. I don't know. Calm down.
It's 2.
It's 3 because I'm in third year.
But
okay, next year will be 3 years then, innit? But
basically,
I'm in third year university. Add that to my third year. I'm not no young kid. So yeah, for me, I realised in university. So now, really and truly, I'm in my third year now. So I realised it within my first year. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like since coming, I've met a lot of lovely African girls that I absolutely adore. Like every single one of those girls, they don't realize how much they've helped me, even with just knowing who I am as a black woman, knowing that as much as I am Caribbean, technically speaking, we are all from Africa. So it's so nice. Yeah,
please.
So, no, I know.
Put that in your head.
Why are you saying
sorry, because I'm looking at the camera right there. Like a lot of you lot wanna.
No. We are from Africa. Don't get it twisted. We can all bark and beak and talk how we want to talk and because bashment is trending, but let's get it in our heads. We are all from Africa. Do you understand? So it's so heartwarming and nice when you have a group of Nigerian, Ghanaian, Cameroonian girls and they all include you. You don't feel the odd one out because we're all black women. So I feel embraced when I'm with them. And it's such a nice feeling. So I feel like, for me, it's been university and I've heard nothing but compliments. I don't even think I've heard one negative thing about my complexion ever. Even if someone's annoyed at me, back in the day, if someone's annoyed at you, they'll just target your skin, right? Never ever, not even a joke, not even a snigger, not even like a sneak diss, nothing. And for that, I'm so grateful for God bless all the people that I know, and I thank Jesus Christ for all the people that I've met in my life so far. Honestly, I love you all. Sorry.
Yeah, no, me too. I can't lie, you're the only friend that's like, that I know that's, obviously we can relate to stuff, and that's obviously we always reassure each other, like, dude, you're pretty,
no, of course, because you are.
Yeah, I've never really had someone that I could call like a friend that actually can relate to the issues that I have now.
Same.
Even though they were dark skin,
it's only been you.
I'm telling you, I've had dark skin friends, but they were like, no, Helen's darker. Look at me. Yeah. I've never had that.
Because I've always been that dark friend. So I literally all my friends are light. obviously I have like different friendship groups, so excluding certain friendship groups, if I'm just looking at like the girls that I used to go out with on a regular basis, I was the darker friend. Yes. So for me, it was just a case of like, okay, cool, I'm dark, like I'm not gonna get attention, no one's gonna look at me, is what it is.
Yeah, you know when you accept it, that's how you know it's
no peak. Literally I was like, whatever.
Like even as of now, I still kind of accept it because it's like this thing is still going on. I don't know when do you think this thing is gonna stop? I don't think it will ever.
I don't think it will ever. I feel like everyone just needs to do you know what, everyone needs to go back to Africa.
Everyone needs to educate themselves.
Yes, on everyone needs to go back to Africa and find out where their roots are. Yeah. Once they do that, I think they will become more embracive of African culture.
Because even with me, when I see like Jamaicans, like they always tell me like, oh, like when they link back to their roots, they're from Ghana or like this or that.
But this is what I'm saying. I feel like as black people, go back to Africa. That's step one. Even if you're Jamaican, I don't care where you are in the Caribbean, go back to Africa. I think once you embrace and accept the motherland, then only will you accept and embrace everyone as black people. Do you know what I mean? Because if you can't accept and embrace the motherland where slavery commenced and began and then transported us to all parts of the world, if you cannot embrace the motherland, if you do not know the motherland, how the hell are you gonna now embrace black people holistically? And I'm talking mainly for like life, even actually scratch that. People that are black, you all need to go back, because even dark-skinned people that are putting down other dark-skinned people, light-skinned people that are putting down light-skinned people or putting down whatever people, we're all black. If slavery was to occur now, I'm so sorry, we're all getting ching-chinged. So let's be real. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like once we do that, we'll all be better. But this is so random. I don't think it will happen.
Do you think one day like they're gonna send us back?
I hope they do.
What?
Yeah.
I can't say.
I hope they do.
Because when I go back home, it's so long. No, but seriously, like, even if we're born here, we've got a British passport.
No, I hope they do.
No, but do you think that will happen? You hope, but do you think?
I don't know, but to be honest, if it does happen, I wouldn't be like, oh, I want to go back.
Yeah, I actually want to go back. Yeah, it's so lit over there.
As black people, even the sun is good for our skin. This sun is fake.
You know when we went Malta?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a good time. That sun didn't even do. I had the heat rash here.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go back. Yeah, the Caribbean, like where the proper sun. Yeah, that is where we should.
That's where we're from, fam.
Yeah, that's where we should be. And I feel like once we all have like a cohesive unity together, that's when we will all feel as one.
I can't like, there's no excuse for like not to go back home, because there's so much to learn when you're back at home. Because even when I saw Ghana, 100%. Like they've got a museum that's dedicated to slavery.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know my country had this.
The building of no return.
I think so, like or like a palace or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like even with my country, I didn't know we had a museum. Like when I went there, I studied a lot. Like
there you go.
There's so much things like to study in regards to like, you know, where we come from, our culture, and being black, being African, being Caribbean. Do you know what I mean? There's so much. So I feel like like we do need to start traveling back home and learning a lot, because if someone was to ask me, oh, what do you know about Uganda, there's so many things I don't know. Have you seen them TikTok videos where someone just interviews them, where are you from? One thing fam, I don't know anything.
Fair enough, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's very important for us to study our background and know where we're from. I know we live in a European country and, you know, we're westernized or whatever it is, but please, end of the day, you're black. Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
You're just going off based off what you see and what the world's conditioned you to. Do not. Go back home, learn, go on YouTube. You know we have YouTube.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? I even got a Netflix series on my own country. Please, I don't want to hear no excuse. Everyone should go back and, you know, learn about their own culture, learn about the whole black history, you know, slavery. And do you know what I mean? It's very good to familiarize yourself. Wow.
Yeah.
Stuttering is a disease.
But no, it's true. I feel like once we all kind of understand where we're from, then only will we begin to respect each other. But until then, because we don't really and truly know where we're from, everyone's just kind of like, well, if we're Caribbean, we're better than African. If we're light skinned, we're better than the dark skin.
Where did this whole thing start from? African versus Caribbean?
I'm telling you, I don't know. I can't even tell you. I don't know.
Where did it start from? Because deep down, I know you Caribbeans, you love the Afrobeats as well.
No, listen, I can show you my playlist now. I was even listening to Afrobeats on the way here. I love Afrobeats.
No,
I don't care.
Because I grew up a lot, like I used to have a lot of friends who were Caribbean. They would always say, oh, Afrobeats is dead. When I was in Carnival, you were singing you even knew most of the words. Like I'm telling you, like Please, I hate it when people do that, and the fact that it's still a
But we're all the same. This is what I don't understand. We're all the same. Just fair enough. During slavery, obviously, it's caused a lot of black people to move all around the world and stuff. But we are all the same. Historically, we're all the same. We're all black,
and we could all relate to certain things as well because we are black.
Do you think you can go to? Okay, I'm not gonna say any MP's name, but if you think you can go to Boris Johnson and say, "Well, I'm light skinned and I'm Caribbean, so that makes me different," he'll look at you and think,
"You're black. You're still black.
You're a Negro." Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it makes no difference whether you're light or brown, dark. I think we should just all live in unison. That's the main thing. But it's gonna take a lot for change to occur. And again, I think it takes going back to the motherland, embracing and accepting who you are. Once you do, you can then come back and then build obviously that way, but until then I don't think that will change.
It's so crazy because like when I deep it now, like when I because I'm deep in it, it's hitting me. I was deep I was deep in it, like my mom sometimes, because you know our parents, they be bleaching and stuff, or like like certain adults will come to me like, I wish I never bleached, and they will show me pictures of themselves when they were like dark, like proper, you know, like me. So I'm like, this is not a good look, because like I'm looking at you and I see yourself applying cream to yourself and doing this and doing that, like there's gonna be some sort of like influence there, like, do you know what I mean? Or some people, you know, some people be like, oh my god, that's your mum, but she's light and you're dark. Do not piss me off. First of all, my dad,
I've never had that.
I've had that, and I don't understand. I don't know what answer to give them. But it's like, fam, you grew up in the African community. We're black. Know. You should know. I should not answer that.
To tell you.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not their business. That's
like but then biologically, like, I can't lie. Like, like both parents were dark skinned, you know. So maybe that's how I turned out. But I hate that question because it's like really like, I've seen two black people give birth. What's that lady that gave birth to a blonde baby?
Oh yeah.
Please. Somehow the chromosomes, the X and the Y's can get mixed up. Do you know what I mean? So when people ask me that, I'm just looking at them like, come on now, like you already know I'm African and Caribbean, you know what I mean? Like the whole like bleaching and stuff. It's like, come on now. Yeah, but is there anything else you want to touch on before like we finish?
One more thing. I want to talk about mental health. So do you feel like
because like you was like
sorry, I just wanted to touch on mental health. I just wanted to know if like this whole experience of like colorism or texturism, however you want to put it, has impacted your mental health.
Yes. Yes. In terms of everything, self-esteem, everything. I used to look at myself, I wouldn't say still do, but sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, I'm so fucking ugly, like
really? No.
Yeah. Hey!
Do you want to say that too? But no,
bro, it's bad. Because on top of that, you got to think about it. I'm dark skinned, I'm African, and I'm big as well. There's so many factors to why, but as of now, already I already know I'm big, I'm this and that. But now, when I look at my skin, there's times I'm just looking at me, I'm like, this is long being dark skinned. I'm telling you.
Hey,
I think even last night I had these thoughts. Yeah, I think last night I had these thoughts. Like I was thinking like, man, like being dark skinned is ugly. Then 1 minute I'm like, oh, I love my skin. Then 1 minute I'm like, oh, I wish I wasn't dark skinned. It proper affects my look, my self esteem and how I carry myself. Especially if like I enter a room and there's bare light skin. Oh my god. I already know to just.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
I would have
like,
no,
I don't care anymore.
No,
like
I agree with you.
It affects me. What are you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Please, there's times I will cry in my room. Till this day. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's times when I'll feel so down in my... Like, I will really feel like... No, like... I don't even know how to explain it, but I'll just really think, wow, am I deserving of love?
Yeah. Have you ever, like, there's times where people will be like, okay, I'll wear, like... You know, I like to wear a lot of black. So, like, sometimes people be like, do not wear too much black. You need to wear this colour so your skin pops out more. But it's like...
I don't really wear black like that though.
I do. How can I? But I do agree on the whole wearing different colours to make your skin pop because you're dark, so it pop.
It does make your skin
but
pop.
Sometimes it's like,
calm down.
Yeah, calm down. I don't want to look like a traffic light or anything because I'm wearing yellow and I'm dark, so I'll just be looking.
No, it's cute.
You only see yellow.
Are you stupid?
I used to think that as well. Like, what's the point of me?
Down,
yeah,
no.
if I'm wearing something green, you just see green. You
That's
don't even
cute.
see my face. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I don't.
As of recent.
I just felt like, am I deserving of love? Like, I just felt like, am I pretty enough? Am I worth,
I
physically aspects? Yeah, because I would just look at myself like, why me? Like, even if someone's like, oh yeah, I like you, but why? Why? Tell me why.
Tell me
oh, your
why.
Skin, but what about my skin?
What about it?
Tell me. I want to know, because it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Because I just don't, so obviously, I'm like here and there, like sometimes I feel like I'm beautiful, and then there's times when I'm like
yeah.
So it's literally them ones where I'll cry in my room because I just feel so down.
Or it's like
I'm
you be thinking,
pretty.
why me? But then there's so many other girls, or like you're like you know you compare yourself to, like, if you're talking to a guy, you know their exes, or like you just compare yourself. You're just like, but there's so many other people. Why me?
Yeah.
You've even spoken to a lighter shade than me.
Yes.
Why are you here?
Yes.
Why?
That one in particular.
Yeah. Because like, why are you here? Like,
no. Yeah. Bang on the market.
Mate.
You've even spoken to a lighter shade. Why me? Emphasize
why
that
me?
again.
Yeah.
Why?
Anyways,
it's
guys,
so bad,
we have to come to an end to this. Unfortunately, time's up. But as you can see, we got a bit, heated. Carried away. Because, this is actually a sensitive topic. As much as we laugh.
I'm laughing for the pain.
The pain, we're laughing for the pain. The amount of times I've laughed and shit, you're laughing for the pain. I'm like, I know, shit, you are. I'm like, I am. But I think it's important for, us lot to actually speak on this. Because there's a lot of us that are going through this. We don't embrace it. We don't actually come out and be like, oh, this is affecting us like this. And dating life, social. I'm telling you guys, I am here to speak on those kind of topics, okay? And that's why I brought my friend Karina, because I wanted it to be more natural. And we always talk about stuff like this. Always. I think even yesterday was... did I not pop up to you? I'm like, this person said this and this because I'm dark. Like, we always... We're so defensive. I think that's where even me, when you said defensive, I can be like that as well, like without even knowing. But
that's the thing. But when people get to know us, they realize underneath that we're actually lovely people, and it's trauma. Like I'm not defensive or aggressive because I'm just I was born that exactly. Yeah. It stems from a lot of people being very disrespectful to me. Yes. And it's only now I'm able to stand my ground and be like, you're not gonna disrespect me. Yeah. When it comes to my complexion. Like that. Especially, do you know what's crazy? If a white man comes to me and says, oh, you N-word, or you are ugly, or you're a monkey, thumbs up. But if a black man comes to me, it's different. Because it's like, you're my black brother.
Thank you.
So how dare you speak to me? Do you know what I mean? We're supposed to be standing against the white man.
Thank you.
Not trying to cause racism. But we should be standing
against
the white man. I hate when
they don't defend us, like it's actually peak. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please leave any video suggestions down below. If there's anything you want me to do, speak about, please comment down below, because I'm always engaging with you guys in the comments. Like, y'all don't be doing that. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. Where can they find you? Social media? TikTok?
You can find me at Coco Karina, literally my Instagram and my TikTok and Snapchat.
But yeah, guys, you already know where to find me. Okay. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh my god, you got it right. Yeah, I've heard. Okay, yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.